What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back. Wait a minute, dang it, that's why I was messing. We're back for another reaction video. Sitting a little bit more elevated. We're back in my old position. Anyway, we'll be reacting. We'll be reacting to The Last of Us Part 2 official story trailer. I figured I gotta. This was recommended for me today, obviously. I'm sure because of all the talk that's been going on with this game recently. I've gotten recommendations for channels that I've never seen before. Uh, you know, usually the first thing they thumbnail, SJW's at it again. And I was just like, oh my god. I was like, why am I being recommended this? I guess because they talk about The Last of Us. That was part two, and I was like, okay. I mean, I've got so many recommendations. Like, I see stuff like, we need to stop Naughty Dog. It's like, what? We need to stop Naughty Dog from making the game that they want to make. It's just crazy how people are jumping. And I could stay like, you don't like it, or you don't like what the story. I just know the leaks and everything. I haven't watched them. I read about them. You know, someone described them instead of me watching. Cause I didn't feel like watching that shit, but they described it, and I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. I mean, it didn't really bug me. I know I see some people saying, well, it's not the fact that I guess it's supposed to be like a transvestite or something that uh, does something. I'm not going to, if you don't want to, it's basically like a transvestite is involved. And I know people say, well, they didn't like the bummer ending and stuff like that because it has a sad ending. But I'm like, it's a zombie apocalypse. And I don't want to say the ending for the first one if you haven't played the first one. Because I haven't finished the first one. I've been doing a playthrough of it, and I haven't uploaded it yet. But I haven't finished it. But I've seen the spoilers already. It was spoiled for me back when the game first came out. People had already beaten it and posted, stuff online. So and then, plus spoilers don't bother me, so I don't care. So, I think my brother was talking about it when I called him. And I think he accidentally he told me the ending of the first one, and I was like, I don't care. Spoilers don't. But yeah, so I don't want to spoil it. Fuck it. I ain't gonna talk about it. Cause I don't want. I mean, the first game been out for a long time, so if you ain't played it yet, you probably won't be playing it. But you never know. You never know. There's games that uh, have come out, and I still haven't played. Like I own Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man that came out what the year before last, in December, and I still haven't played it. I bought that game in December of that year. It came out. What did it come out in November? But I bought it in December anyway, and it was on sale on eBay or something. I bought it in December. December the 26th is when I got it, and the 28th when I got it, and still haven't played the fucking game. I put it in, installed it, still haven't played it. Cause I've been planning on doing a playthrough of it. I still haven't fucking played that game. I've had Horizon Zero Dawn. I think 2 years after it came out. I can't remember when it came. I know I didn't get it when it first came out. I waited till the price went down, and even though everyone says it's a great game, wonderful game, still I was like, I'm not, because I wasn't really playing games right then, so I was like, I'm gonna wait till the price goes down. Got that. I even bought the fucking uh, expansion for it, or whatever I think it's called. Uh, I can't remember the name, but it was like $14.99 or something like that. Well, it was on sale. I think it was like $7.99, and I bought that last year. Still haven't played that fucking game. I got a bunch of games. I'm about to start doing my playthroughs. Because if you didn't know, this started as a playthrough, a gameplay playthrough channel. I had a bunch of playthroughs up, but the audio sucked on real bad. Because my dumbass played them during the like spring and summer, and I was sitting right in front of a fan blowing them because it was hot, and I didn't want to turn my air conditioner. And so the audio is just horrible. Like I just deleted all. I think I had like 8 games up, a full playthroughs, and I just deleted all of them because deleted all that shit because the audio's horrible. Anyway, let's just get into this. Talking way too much. Oh yeah, please don't post spoilers in the comment section. I've been hearing about people doing that. People playing the first game and uploading or live streaming it, and or people reacting to trailers of the game or whatever, or people just talking about the leaks. Um, I've been seeing comment sections have people just put the spoilers in there, So just don't do that, please. Don't be. And as I let everyone comment who want to comment on my videos. So don't make me start restricting people. I rather not do that. But anyway, let's get into this. All right, here we go. What shit, that was loud.
I know you wish things were different.
I know you wish things were different. I want.
Wish things were different.
I wonder, do you start the game like that, like right off of
They ain't.
the first one?
Please stop.
Damn, they fucked her up. Did she get raped too? I feel
Tomorrow.
I feel like this like some like rape happened as well.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this.
How'd you find us?
Oh shit.
You can't stop this.
Oh.
I want what you want.
A lot of women dying to notice. I mean, men have died too, but I've noticed like even though are those all women hanging when she went in that
I really hope you make it.
hell was that, Danny Glover? Damn. Sheesh.
There's a cost.
I wonder is Joe gonna tell her the truth about what happened
We
to
could have
her.
killed you. Maybe you should have.
He said, if you're gonna kill someone, don't hesitate, just do it. And then she shoot him like, good advice. Oh, this was captured on PlayStation 4 Pro. Thanks for the heads up. But, yeah, like, hold on, because it looked like, a bunch of men would die too, but it looked like it was a bunch. I was like, why did that jump to that? It like a bunch of women were getting killed. I was like, there's a cult or something that thinks women are evil. Because, hold on. I wonder if that's going to be a mechanic in the game. Because they show her, like, stitching herself up. I wonder if that's going to be, like, a thing. Like, you got to stitch yourself up. It's like a mini game. It showed you like, stitching yourself up. They fucked her up. Her bag is all fucked up. I only mention Ray because that's usually what happens. If you've seen any post-apocalyptic anything, people get raped. Yes, see, this woman, I can't even tell. There was 2 women up there. Couldn't tell the third one because the other body was in the way. And rape is usually involved. But if you think about the human history, I mean, when different, kingdoms or whatever, like invaded another kingdom, usually what happened to women, they were raped. So taken in as concubines and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not like that. Never, it hasn't happened. No, it is not Danny Glover. I didn't think it was. I was just joking. But damn, she's stabbing the shit out of these people. Stabbings are always so much worse to me than shootings. I mean, they're both horrible, obviously, but if stabbing, I know people say stabbing just seems more personal, even though anybody can just stab anybody, and people get stabbed in the street all the time. Uh, but it looks fine. I mean, I'll still be playing it. You know, I'm the type of person. Oh shit, my fucking ankle. Uh, I'm the type of person where everyone could be like, "This is awful. This is awful. This is awful. This is awful," and I still go like it was a movie. I still go see it and judge myself like, "Yeah, you're right. It was awful." Or I actually like that because most of the time, in my experience, I've actually liked things, even though my friends were like, "Oh, I always saw that movie sucked" or whatever, and I actually like, well, I'll go see it anyway, and I said, "Oh, I thought it was alright," or thought it was great or whatever. But particularly games, because I don't know. I don't want to say I hate saying shit like, "Oh, from my day." I hate people who do that shit. Like their day was so much better. We have fucked up shit too. So like, no one was better than anybody else. But I don't. It's like maybe games back when I was a kid playing. Maybe because I was a stupid dumb idiot, snot nosed little bastard. I didn't care about story. Oh, that much. I didn't start caring about story. Really, even when I was playing Final Fantasy VII, I didn't even care about the story all that much. I remember. I mean, I remember like when I can never remember the name of that damn town that Sephiroth burned, but I remember that and that having an impact on me because Sephiroth turned evil. More so because he just turned evil. Then like, oh, he was fighting alongside me, and that he was one shotting everybody. But I never really cared about story until I played. I think all the way through uh, Metal Gear Solid. When I played that, like the story, because it was. I mean, that game was basically, if you think, it was almost like kind of like what people say about Uncharted. It was like a movie almost, you know, especially those long ass cutscenes. But yeah, that was like the only thing I really got invested in a. Well, that was the first time, the only time, but the first time I really got invested in a video game story. Before then, I didn't care. Even now, like I could play a game just to play it. I don't really because it's an interactive experience, not like a movie where I have to follow a story and plot and all that stuff. It's like, oh, I'm just playing the game. I like to just shoot things or figure out puzzles. Like it don't really bother me like people. Now I know this game is very narrative driven, so you can't really ignore the story and they were like, oh well, the story. If you didn't like the story, uh, it's fine because the gameplay was. I mean, yeah, you played the first game. I mean, the gameplay wasn't really, mind blowing. It was a story that captured everybody. So even though I enjoyed the gameplay aspect of it, killing zombies, the shooting, the guns felt like it felt heavy. Felt like almost like you was actually shooting the gun. Uh, and I like to take down, you punch people in the throat. I like that. It was fun to me. It was fun to play. I didn't need like I can. It'll take much to satisfy me. So I was like, oh, the game. I mean, like I said, I can still look at that game. Like the gameplay wasn't anything fantastic. It wasn't change. It wasn't open the doors like a change in everything. But not every game needs to do that. But the story kind of did. So for a lot of people. So that's why I can see what people getting pissed off about the leaks and how the plot is supposed to be and what these characters that you love and all stuff, and you're like, oh, I don't want this to happen to this character or these people, whether because it's like, because I know I saw in a lot of comments of people, oh, I don't like bummer endings and all that stuff, and I was like, oh well, I mean it happens. I watch movies where everybody died. Like I think the first movie that I can remember watching when I was a kid, where and spoilers for this if you haven't seen it, but this movie came out like in '68, so unless you a young child, like you have no excuse. But I saw this as a kid, so I guess you still have no excuse. But anyway, what was it? It was a Night of the Living Dead. The the black one, like I said, in 1968, and at the end, because everybody died, black guy was the last one left, and I'm like, oh, black guy lived, and he gets shot in his fucking head, and I was like, that like shocked me. I was like, what? He was the hero. He was trying to keep people together, and I mean, that guy was like, we need to go in the basement and all this stuff. And then he ended up going in the basement after the house got overrun. But that was really everybody. If everyone had been working together, they would never. He would have never had to. That would never had to happen. You wouldn't have to go barricade yourself in the basement with just one access, and everybody. And then if they get through, you're done because ain't nowhere else. Ain't no other way out. So I can understand not wanting to be barricade yourself with one exit and all these zombies on the other side of that exit. I can see that and not wanting to do that. But if they would all been working together, they would have never had to do that. I would have kept fucking up. And black dude's like, stop fucking up. But they kept fucking up. And then he gets killed because they think he's a zombie in the house. And they just shoot him at a distance right in his head. Throw him on the fire. Then they show them like hooking him, dragging him out. Threw him on the fire. I was like, why they showing all this? I was like, man, they really want you to feel real bad. Like, this is bullshit. And then, what was that? No, that wasn't that. I'm tripping. But I remember, even I saw that movie in the 90s. And even then, when I saw him slap that white boy, I was like, boy, you trying to die. You trying to get killed. I was like, you in the 60s? Everybody there said he saw it in theaters. People throwing up. I was like, throwing up. I had seen way worse. I think I seen Day of the Dead before that. Before I saw Night of the Living Dead, I was like, they threw up for Night of the Living. I guess you ain't used to that. He was like, he saw that. He was like, he's like, well, he wasn't a kid. He was like 18 or something. I think in 68 because he went. He got drafted in '68. I think he got his draft papers on his 18th birthday. I think he was 60, maybe 69. But anyway, he said he saw it. He's like, what? He had the same reaction. Like, oh, shit, this black dude slapped this white woman. He tried to die. But I don't remember anyone saying anything like racial about it. It was just that other asshole like wanted to be in charge. Did he call him the N-word or something like that? He was dumb because I can't remember. I don't know why I started saying that movie. Maybe I'll watch that movie today. But the trailer looks good to me. We have to see about the game. Like I said, I'm curious if that because they keep showing her like in different trailers. There's some gameplay like her sewing her wounds up. So. I'm curious that'll be a mechanic in the game. Everything else looks good. And I had to actually play the game. There you go. I knew that was going to start. I had to actually play the game. Damn it. To see if I don't like really like to play. Reading it and seeing it like play out is two different things to me. So it's different feel, but we have to wait and see because I could play the game like, oh, I didn't really think that story was that great, but the gameplay was great. Like Dying Light, the story to me isn't great, but I love that. That's one of my favorite games in the past, probably 15 years, maybe not 15, maybe like 10 years, but that's one of my favorite. I played through that game. Probably 6 times. It's like all the way through from the beginning. When I played through the first time and beat it, I immediately started a new game and started playing a new game plus all my stuff. I was like, I did too much work searching for all this stuff to start off fresh, so like and upgrade his characters. I'm not doing that. Plus, they sent a patch to make the game even harder, across the board. But it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? But anyway, I can't think of the word I'm trying to. It's hard across the board, but it's they made it harder across the board, but it's not like the when you first start the game, the first zombies you encounter are like the zombies you encounter when you know 10, 15, 20 hours in and stuff like that. So it's not like that, but still, that's like one of my favorite games. And like I said, the story is not great, but it's kind of like almost like a typical zombie story. Anything I'd say the follow up to that, which is called The Following, um, was more interesting, and I like the ending is it's like a choose your what you want to do ending. But if you think about it, the ending is bleak no matter what. So I won't spoil it if you haven't beaten that, which I've beaten the following like at least 3 times. That they added a because it's a parkour game, but then they added a buggy in the following, which is great. That the driving mechanics in that game is better than some driving games. And this is like supposed to be like a horror game. Well, it was more like a zombie. Well, as you said, horror game. But driving mechanics in that are top notch. But yeah. Anyway, this has been going on way too long. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. So like I said, it's about as long as one is better than the other. If they both the story and the gameplay and everything is great, they're great. But if the gameplay is great, to me it's more so the gameplay than the story. So the gameplay is, let's say the gameplay is passable. I don't really care about how the story is, but that's just me. But I guess we can't let these SJWs win. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. Whenever you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell. You can be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below. Share this video. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.